Newcastle Fans TV.
Welcome back to Newcastle Fans TV. I am Sam, I'm joined by Harry. We're stood outside the lovely New York Stadium here in Rotherham where it's finished 1-1. What do you make of that?
Oh, pre-season. You can't expect too much, but it was shocking, realistically.
It weren't great, let's be honest. Apart from a sprightly first 5 minutes, it was all Rotherham. I don't really know where Dwight Gale fits into this formation. And of course, Matt Ritchie was tried as a right wing back. That didn't work either, did it?
No. Too many long balls into the strikers doesn't play into Gale or Wilson really, unless they're stretching the defence. But the balls weren't good enough. Ritchie was completely out of place on that right hand side.
He was always trying to look to turn, wasn't he? He was always like his body was always in the wrong shape. He was always trying to turn himself, and he was having a right mare with the wing back.
It's a bit like Miggy on the right though, isn't it? It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work unless Ritchie plays further forward because he can get crosses in. But it just doesn't. It's not going to work as right wing back. Speaking
of Miggy, Ryan Fraser played that role in the first half at least. He struggled as well. He was pretty much anonymous. But when you're 5'6" or however tall he is, and you're having long balls thrust upon you from Kieran Clark, it's never really going to go well, is it?
No. There were too many long balls, too many sloppy balls giving possession away. It was really lacklustre in the first half, definitely. A little bit of energy at the start of both halves, but really disappointing.
There was Rotherham's goal. Kieran Clark's got to do better, hasn't he?
Oh, absolutely. Shocking, really. He got to win the header. He just got to win the header, and the wing backs were worked upon the wings.
Rotherham's wing backs were brilliant, weren't they?
Yeah, they were great. They really caused trouble for both Ritchie and Lewis. Lewis had a shocker, especially in the first half.
Looked good going forward though, but again, defensive frailty.
I think he looked all right going forward. I don't know about good, because every time he got outside the box, everything just stopped. He never got beyond that. Not that I'd expect him to shoot, but there needs to be something better there.
It was all a bit too slow. Not enough energy going forward, as we just have to step forward a bit so we can let this van through, so save us no claims bonus. Second half changes were made. Jacob Murphy came on, Ritchie got put into midfield with Fraser being subbed. It worked a bit better, didn't it? As you touched upon there, the first 5 minutes Murphy injected a bit of pace into the game.
Yeah, I thought Murphy was really good. Better delivery down the right hand side, a lot more energy, forward running, as opposed to Ritchie, who was just cutting inside. He got forward a lot. It was better.
It was a bit better, but we never really looked like scoring, to be honest. And then there was a few disenchanted songs in the away end towards Steve Bruce and Mike Ashley in the Premier League. And then Steve Bruce made the decision to replace Callum Wilson with Jeff Hendrick. What did you say when Jeff Hendrick came on?
Absolute masterstroke. Absolute masterstroke.
No, you didn't. No, you said, does Steve Bruce think Jeff Hendrick's Andy Carroll? I think there's something in that. I reckon Steve Bruce has played a blinder, or thinks he's played a blinder, in that he thinks he's got rid of Jeff Hendrick for free, and then he chucked on Andy Carroll, who scored a towering header. But it wasn't. It was Jeff Hendrick that got the equaliser after he was playing in the 10, and then he was our furthest player forward towards the end because Dwight Gale went off too.
Absolute. It was a great header, to be fair.
It was.
Great header.
Bloody brilliant.
But who would have thought we'd play our best football today when Jeff Hendrick's up front? Not many of them. So Steve Bruce working wonders again.
I wouldn't go that far. How worried are you going into the start of the season after a performance like that? Because we were, on the whole, shocking tonight.
Oh, it's worrying. It's very worrying. Obviously, ASM missing tonight, but that could explain a lot, because it's really bleak without him and Wilson together. We've had a really poor pre-season. Obviously, we did beat Doncaster. But
hooray!
Doncaster. We've drawn to Rotherham, lost to York, so
it's going well, isn't it?
It's very worrying, and no signings on the board. It's just it's Newcastle, isn't it? Really, just a bit depressing.
Sign some players. Burton on Friday. What could possibly go wrong? Stay tuned to NFTV for the last word coming up.